Good day to all. Thank you for the chairperson for giving me this opportunity. I am Mr. Sahan Wijesooriya. I am a medical undergraduate of Faculty of Medicine and Allied Sciences, Rajarat University of Sri Lanka. Our title was Perceived Challenges to Wives of Disabled Military Veterans of Sri Lanka, a qualitative study. As you all know, Sri Lanka had encountered a massive war crisis during past 3 decades. This crisis has ended up with severe financial and social breakdown compatible with forming a prestigious community of disabled military soldiers. Wives of soldiers sent their husbands to the war field by consoling their needs. Significant number of disabled military veterans and their families seated in the Sri Lanka, especially in Anuradhapura district. As a defined prestigious community, less amount of intervenes and studies fulfill about wives of the disabled military veterans in Sri Lanka. A qualitative study had performed about 13 wives in 3 different divisional secretariat areas in Anuradhapura district. The study had conducted until the data saturation by the in-depth interviews. All the interviews are interview all the wives are interviewed by the well-trained, well-guided female medical undergraduates in our group. Following data transcription, inductive thematic analysis had been performed. We have identified 8 different themes: financial, social, marriage and sexual, education and occupation, health, religious activities, life strategies, and children's, which were shown by the gray color boxes. Note that the length of the bars in front of the theme boxes tally with the women who had particular burden. Notable financial concerns were presented due to the lack of extra income methods, high expenses on children's education, and the debt burden. We could observe the financial crisis of these families, which was started with getting loans, would ended up with the wife become a breadwinner. In social life, appreciable amount of wives who doesn't have support from the neighbors and relatives and poor participation on social events. Almost all wives have not interact with the friends' company. When concerned their marriage and sexual life, sexual problem has rose due to the reduction of the husband's inclinations, recurrent seizures at night, increased sleepiness, and due to the pain during the intercourse. Memory impairment associated with injury were directly associated with the suspicions and the conflict between the husband and wife. You can see one participant said that husband was little different. He used to let me dress the way I wanted and to go anywhere when he was well. He changed little after the injury. I hope you can understand the gravity of this problem. Almost all wives had not stepped into the higher education. All the wives ended their education at GC ordinary level or advanced level. Majority of wives have successfully faced the traumatic situation with courage and based on their life experience. Anxiety and the distress-like features are the more major mental health burdens, while the diagnosed non-communicable diseases break the physical health. Increasing religious tendency, beliefs on astrology and horoscopes are common phenomenon of wives we could always have noted. In 2 instances, the mental health and the education of the children had been affected due to the mother's minimum paying attention towards the children with her heavy workload. We conclude that the health and well-being of wife and children of disabled soldiers are threatened in various socio-demographic problems should terminate and enhance their quality of life. Thank you very much.